There are two tools available in QuickBooks to help you find your data. There's the Search tool and the Find tool. With the Search tool, you can find anything in your company file. The Find tool lets you search specifically for transactions. Let's go over the Search tool first. I can either get there by putting my cursor in the search box on the top left-hand side of the navigation pane, or if that was collapsed, I could click Edit from the top menu and choose Search. It's going to bring up a separate search box. From here, the easiest way to get started is to type in exactly what you're looking for. I'll put in a particular invoice number, and you can either hit the magnifying glass or hit Enter on your keyboard. I find I get quicker results when I hit Enter on my keyboard. I'm not sure why. But if you're following along with the exercise files, this file may not have had enough time to index itself while you're going through the course. If you don't get any results, you can always click Update Search Information here on the bottom left-hand side if it found no results in the middle. Then, you can come back here and start following along. The results that come up here are categorized. For example, it shows me how many results came up in transactions. There's customers, vendors, accounts, and more. It even shows me how many results come up in every list. They're also subcategorized. I can click the drop-down arrow next to transactions, and here I can see the individual transactions that match that search result. On the right-hand side, I can see that there's an invoice. There's certain things that I could do with that invoice. For example, I could open it or email it. If it didn't have a payment associated with it, I could even click to receive a payment right here from the search results. If I hover my mouse over it, when the cursor changes to hand, I can click directly on it and go right to that invoice. I'll close out of this. In the search box, I can also put in a customer's name. I'll put in Kobe's name and hit Enter. It's going to search again, and again it's going to pull up a list of everything that it finds. From here, I can see many more transactions. It categorizes them too. There's payments, purchase orders, and more. If I scroll all the way to the bottom, because I searched for a customer, the very last entry is his actual customer profile. I can click on his name and go directly to him in the Customer Center. In fact, I can even click to create an invoice right at the bottom. I can do all of this from the search results. So that's the search tool, but I'm going to close out of this right now. And now, let's use the Find tool to search for transactions. To use that tool, click Edit and then choose Find. It's going to bring up a separate window. This tool has been around in many older versions of QuickBooks, so it may look familiar to you. The first thing that I need to decide is what type of transaction I'm looking for, such as an invoice, estimate, purchase order, or credit memo. Remember, the Find tool is just to search specifically for transactions. It defaults to invoice. I can put in the invoice number, or I could even put in a particular date or invoices from a particular customer or job. I can put in as much or as little as I want. In fact, I could even put in just the dollar amount. This is useful if I knew the figure of the transaction, but not the invoice number or even who it was for. Maybe I have a mystery check and I'm trying to identify what it was for. When I'm done, I can click Find on the top right-hand side, and any search results will appear in the bottom window. I can double-click on it and go directly to that transaction. Doing this, I can find any transaction, such as estimates, sales receipts, checks, purchase orders, anything. I'll click the Advanced tab at the top. The Advanced tool is when you need a little more detail and you want to make your search a little more specific. You can scroll through all these filters and see all the ways to search on your data. For example, if you're looking for a particular invoice and you knew it was within a certain range, you can click Amount and put that range in right here. I can choose Boolean values, even a from and to range. I'm looking for any amount from $100 to $200. I'll click Find, and here's my results. The search tool is quick, and so is the Find tool. It's up to you to know what these tools are for and to try to use them both so that you'll know exactly how to find what you're looking for when you're looking for it.